because, you know, if I get comfortable, I may just start saying stuff. And it may not be what you want on film.
Get comfortable.
Yeah,
We'd rather have it natural than, you know, just talking.
Get comfortable is the best.
Okay. All right, George, we just wrapped up another RPG and DB2 Summit. This is your first summit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's my first time. I was surprised at what I found here. I expected something a little bit different, but you had more content than I expected.
Oh, good.
I expected a little more hands-on, but I can understand why you guys didn't do that.
Sure.
But the content and the lecturers were great.
Okay.
And I'd already been to conferences with you and your husband John and Paul, but I never worked with Scott or with Skip or listened to them, and it was excellent.
Yeah.
I had a really good time in some of the lectures there.
Good. What was the coolest thing you learned?
I think the coolest thing I learned was how you can put stuff in sub-procedures and stored procedures and not have to touch it again. That is so cool. And then to be able to use that in SQL statements.
Yep.
See, I'm new to embedded SQL, and I have done some interactive SQL, but just to be able to know that I can put a function or even a program into an SQL statement and get a result set back.
Pretty cool.
Oh man, that was worth the price just there.
All right, glad to hear it. So you like the mixture then of RPG and SQL topics. We have a whole track of topics that are just devoted to SQL and DB2.
Yeah, and coming in, one thing that I was looking for was how to exponentiate my RPG skills that I already have, but also, and probably more importantly, how to get out SQL to work better, to optimize it, to be able to utilize what all is out there. And one of the big problems is, I don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
And so coming here, I learned a lot more of what's out there, and so I could use it more, and that was very, very good.
Okay, good. Well, you know, if somebody's ever talking to you about a conference to go to, you seem to enjoy this one, how would you describe Summit to them? I mean, what's different about it?
I would say that Summit is not your cookie cutter Summit. I mean, your cookie cutter type of conference.
Yeah.
One thing I found is that at some of the bigger conferences, you kind of get lost. You heard the old saying, taking a drink from a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
Well, in those, you have that. But with the Summit, I found that the classes, while they're fast-paced, high energy, you also have time later on to speak with the presenters, to go back and forth and have some conversations, and then to be able to just get a better in-depth knowledge of what's going on with them. And also, I think also the tracks are geared and focused toward more RPG, DB2, instead of everything that's out there. And then that's very helpful, and that's what geared me away from the bigger ones. And I got to admit to the price too. The price was very good.
Yeah.
Going to some of the others like Common, it would have been, I would have had to fight a lot harder to be able to go.
Right. Okay, well, I'm really glad you came to the summit. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a good trip back to Alabama.
Well, thank you, Susan. I enjoyed it too, and I look forward to coming back to some others. I'm not sure that I know I won't be coming to the one in June, but I definitely will take what I learned here back, formulate my questions, and you guys will be getting a lot of texts and emails and such from me.
All right, I look forward to it then.
Well, thank you.
Have a good trip home.
Thank you, Susan.